Hi everyone, this is Gip Erskine, founder of EverSmarts for Property Managers, and I'm here to share another Gip tip on successful prioritization. Like many of you, I manage a high-rise office building and thoroughly enjoy the challenges each day lets me solve. But for the past year, I've been operating with my foot on the gas trying to meet expectations of a new owner. Everything became urgent. Everything had to be done that day. Like any new owner transition, there's a never-ending list of simultaneous tasks that simply can't wait. Many property management companies recognize and deploy a dedicated transition team to assist in the process. But many of us are not that lucky. We must do it all ourselves. Those are trying times. Every time I updated the owner on what's been done, he'd focus on what hasn't been done. He used to tell me, you need to get this done today. That's got to be delivered today. I need that report today. Well, with such demands on our time, it's no wonder we often throw out our sense of what's reasonable and work like hell to get those things done today, hoping that tomorrow will be better. We'll just add them next to the other simmering pots on the front burner. It's been said, if everything's important, then nothing is important. Well, the same might be said for the urgent or the front burner items. We all know how easy it is to get distracted by them. I just shared with my team that I had about 147 things on my front burner. So many that I couldn't even find the back burner. I'm not even sure that I even have a back burner. Well, that's why I call it a fallacy. If everything is on the front burner, you still have to do one thing at a time. You can't do everything at once. And we all know the perils of multitasking, or at least we should. You do need to discriminate among those simmering pots on the front burner. Okay, how do you do it? Well, that's where the smart manager gets assistance from his client. After all, you've got to constantly set and manage expectations all day. So, 4 steps to this process. Step number 1, schedule some time to review your work in progress list with your owner. I mean, after all, it's in his best interest to help you sort out what he needs to get from you first. He's not going to hold that back. So that one single step solves 3 really important issues. Number 1, it tells him that you value his input. 2, it informs him what you're working on, so he's not left guessing. And number 3, it confirms that what you're doing is the most important thing for the owner, so there's no guesswork on your part. Step number 2, recognize you're one person with finite resources. You've got finite time, finite talent, and a finite team. And you all want to focus on what the single most important activity is that very moment. But because of that, you have to estimate how much time each of those priorities are going to take and whether additional resources are necessary. Third, you got to demonstrate your desire to completing as many open items as possible that day, given the fact that you've only got so much time, talent, and team available. Well, his direction will tell you which items can be done in a single day. Fourth, get to work. Get to work on your top priority. Don't allow distractions to deter you from getting this activity to where it can go no further. That's it. 4 steps. 1, review your work in progress list with your owner. Step number 2, estimate the time and resources needed for each activity. Step number 3, commit to completing as many front burner items as possible. Step number 4, get started on priority 1 until you can go no further. Okay, so right now you might be asking, but what about those important but not so urgent tasks? Those ought-to-dos? How do those factor into my day? Well, that's a great question. That's where planning comes in. And that's what we'll be covering in my next video. So by taking a macro view, a real step backwards 50,000-foot view of your year, you can block certain times for those seemingly non-urgent yet extremely important items and give them the attention that they deserve. We'll also cover how to gauge your progress from this vantage point. You have to admit, certain milestones should be achieved within the first month or quarter or year, especially after you take over a new property. You got to know that within the first month, you're going to be all set up in the office. Within the first quarter, you've got certain things lined up. Within the first year, you've already been through all 4 seasons and you know how that building operates. But having this macro vantage point, it gives you a gut check as to where you should refocus your efforts to maybe fill in some of these gaps. So consider this type of planning more of a pre-audit operational review. You and your team are going to get so much out of this. So for now, put these prioritization techniques to work for you immediately. It will help you think better on your feet and build confidence in your decision making. Well, I look forward to sharing more GIP tips with you in the future. Until then, this is Gip Erskine with EverSmarts for Property Managers, wishing you all of the success you desire. Well, thanks for watching.